G'day everyone. So we're back out to do another hard rock sample. I'm going to be going down that first winze that we normally walk over on the plank. First I'm going to have to go and get my ladder from right up the end of the mine, and I'll dump that down the winze. Then we'll climb down there and we'll get a better sample out of that, because Tom and I came up here a couple of years ago and we got a sample out of there, and we actually mixed quite a few samples together from this mine, totaling around about 200 kilograms. And we did get some nice gold out of it, but we found that a lot of the rock we took was garbage and wasn't of any interest. We believe that most of the good gold came from down that winze. So I'll be going down there for a better sample and we'll run just that. It's also going to be a great way to test out the new jaw crusher that I just built, because this is sort of the average type of stone that we work in this district, so it'll be a good run for us. I'll also be fiddling around a little bit more with that new dream mat, because I was not happy with how I had it set up last time, and I'm hoping that it's my fault and not the mat's fault. So let's go and grab the ladder, head down the winze, get a bit of rock. This is where we'll be going, down in the bottom here and underneath. So I'll simply be able to tie my plasma rope onto there to climb in and out. I'll throw the ladder down there to make it a bit easier as well. And then I've got a little red rope there as well that I'll be able to tie my bucket onto, lift it up and down, fill up the other buckets from that. You stay. I was working up in here last time, got some nice gold. Not as good as I was hoping, but still pretty nice. Ooh, nailed it. Radio. Still looking sturdy. Hope so. be going up back into here somewhere where I worked with Tom a few years back and just taking out a bit of this, because there's some nice hard quartz in there, but there's also some soft stuff, so it'll be perfect to test out the new jaw crusher on. Fortunately, I forgot my proper breathing mask today, which isn't the first time, but don't worry, we've got a second-hand Corona mask here, and if it can stop the world's deadliest pandemic, well, then surely it'll stop silicosis. Bitten off a bit more than I can chew here with the old Milwaukee, I think. It's a bit harder than what I remember. Pretty definitive line on the right hand side here of where the best ore is though, isn't it? You can see some pretty heavy sulfides and mineralisation in that centre part. The right hand side to the far extent of the footwall also has fine gold in it. There's a little bit of a red clay layer that runs down it normally, I found in this mine, and obviously a bit of gold that's fallen out of the reef has deposited in that clay and fallen down the gap beside it. So it's worth taking everything up against where the quartz starts to mix in with this stuff. Don't get me wrong, I'm sure that there's going to be stringers and such through here, and the rest of this would hold a little bit of value, but I want this stuff here. I want the best case scenario, you know. Nice bit hanging out here that I'd been saving since last trip. It's got some very beautiful looking complex ore in it. Oops. Get a bit more in that one. Breaking out nicely there. A bit more in that. Some nice looking stuff, look at it, loaded with mineral. Looks good. Same as that there. Quartz has turned a little bit crystalline, which is cool. I think that usually denotes some pretty wacky hydrothermals going on when it was deposited. Busting into some nice looking, it's actually moved a little bit away from the wall, even though I'm quite certain right the way through this mine it's better against the footwall. But I've just pulled a little bit away from where it's normally richest, and there's quite a bit of nice looking stuff just in there. So we better get a bit more of that. Super mineralised, especially along that left hand side there. I've obviously got some iron sulfides in here as well, because we can see a lot of that's cavitated out and left us with iron staining. Actually, you probably didn't see anything with the light up that high. But yeah, nice mineral, good iron oxide cavitation, beautiful looking stuff. GoPro down here with me at the moment, but have a look at the mineralisation in that. Wow, very pretty stone. I'd say that there's going to be some quite reasonable free mill values in here, but I'd say there'll be substantial mineral sulfide values, which unfortunately I won't know because I'm not going to send any concentrates off. I'm only running it through a sluice, so I don't get to keep my concentrates yet. Once I get the shaker table up and running though, I'll obviously be able to separate the free mill gold and any valuable concentrates, and then be able to deal with them accordingly. Which is why you see around my crushing plant there's piles of sand everywhere, because I'm just keeping them. And one day I'll run them all back through and grind them a bit finer, and they'll get sorted correctly on the wheel-free table. kilos there, probably 35. Oh geez, she's a bit wet out here now. Righto, this is the last bucket. We made it. And check out how full it is too. Careful. Oh, only just got the grip on the rope to get it. That's a good sized bucket. Beautiful. Geez, there's some nice looking stuff in here. Too nice for me to be crushing with my dodgy little plant. Needs something much better. Went through 3 Milwaukee batteries to get that out. It's probably about 120 odd kilos here, I think I got out. So that's pretty good. Whew. And that's all she wrote. We've got 30, 60, 90, 110, possibly 130. So we'll have at least 120 kilos here, which is a pretty good sample. Let's go, big boy. Up it up. Atta man. You know those mines in really obvious locations that you drive past 100 times and never go into because you'd assume that every other person's been in them and had a good look? There's one thing I've learnt. It's that actually everyone does the same thing and they all overlook them. This is one I've driven past 100 times. Ooh, geez, bit of height under there. And I've never been into. So let's have a look. Goodness me, it's a bit larger in here than what I was thinking. This dope that's come down, or don't know. Well, I'll tell you one thing, it's sketchy. This is the definition of sketchy, as a matter of fact. This is one of those mines that you come across that you really hope you don't find any gold in, because you don't want to be in there working. Oh God, everything in here is sketchy. Look at it, look at the way the hill's twisting and turning and pushing apart. Wow. But where's our ore body? That's what I want to know. Oh, Jesus. Alright, well, I can see a little bit of quartz up in there. But I mean, look at that. Look at that big slab of rock ready to come down. A smart prospector knows that his life's more valuable than gold. Ugh, spideys. So I am out of here. A little bit of something there I could take, but you know what? I'm not interested. I'll come walk further up the hill one day and see whether it outcrops on the surface. That'd be more sensible. Yeah, bugger that. She's pretty dodgy in there, honey. Next one. She's a bit overgrown. Wind up the old window. Am I still on the track? I hope so. We've got some digs down off the edge here as well. I'm pretty sure some of them went under. I can't remember what result I got out of there. I don't think I got much. But this is another one on the list that I need to go back and resample a little bit better now that I know a bit more about it. A little bit tight getting in here. There. Now, I might have taken some from here somewhere. We'll just walk in a bit further and see what's going on. Nothing, except dodgy rock. Dodgy rock. Oh no, wow, it keeps going. It's actually a bit of nice looking stuff just there, isn't there? Cool. Well, let's go down here. I don't think I've ever been down here. No, that's where I took the sample from, so I have been here. Definitely. It's actually not a bad little sized body of ore through here either. And if my memory serves me correctly, I did get some nice gold. Starts to pinch in a bit, but actually skews out a bit too. We've got some funky twisting formations going on here. Very funky looking indeed, because we've got quartz coming, twisting, and then going back down in through here. So that's random, although someone's had a chip of that too. I should probably do the same. Not a lot going on in that bit. Righto. That'll do. See it there? Oh, it's a chisel. I thought it was a pick. They're still cool though. Alright, let's grab a few weights. Oh, geez, I just broke another handle. This is the bucket you gave me that water lily in, Rick. I'm gonna have to bloody get another one off you, I think, mate. That's terrible. 33.1. 23.5. 22.5. 37.5. That's a heavy one. 41.6. That's a very heavy one. 33.1 plus 23.5 plus 22.5 plus 37.5 plus 41.6 equals, take, how many buckets we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Take 5 kilos, which it wouldn't be anyway. So you're looking, yeah, 153 kilos. That's pretty good. Working pretty well, but I need to put a bit more tension on these belts. That small pulley there, because it doesn't have a hell of a lot of surface contact with the belt, it is prone to slipping unless it's done up pretty tight. So we'll have to push that motor back a little bit more. Yeah, I filled it up the other day. Awesome. Hope they be light. it's overflowing. That's weird. Let's pack her up. Not much in there. A little bit of fine gold, but well, there's our result. Extremely fine gold and not a lot of it. Oh well, all fun and games though, eh? Well, there's our result from that 150 kilos. Beautiful gold, like microscopic. But I'm not sure it's going to add up to quite what I need it to be. So I think I've worked out that I need around about 8 grams a ton to make it profitable with my little plant. With a larger plant, obviously, you can make it a lot better, but with my little plant, I need a minimum of 8 grams per ton, so I need probably 1.2 grams from this 150 kilos to make that work. So I'll add a bit of mercury now and clean it all up, and we'll see. So I've had my small amount of concentrates in this container with some mercury for about, I don't know, a couple of hours now. I've been shaking it on and off. Normally it doesn't take too long. Yep, that's everything. All of the gold is in the mercury. Now let's squeeze him out. Ooh, it's still warm. So here's our little mercury sponge button. So most of the weight will still be gold. 0.6. .6 on the money. So really, once it's melted down, any of that other weight that's in there from little bits of iron rust or anything like that will get separated out. So we're probably looking at around about half a gram there. So 150 kilos for half a gram, that's less than half of what I need. So, but hey, every single test that I do brings me one step closer to my goal. Every single test that I do teaches me something else about the rock and the area that I'm working in. So nothing is a waste of time when it comes to this stuff. One day we'll do really well, and I hope that you guys are here to see that. And we've still got our 3 samples here. 1, 2 and 3, marked by the knots. So let's run those through the little cobbers and see what's in those. Couple of very fine pieces of wire gold in there, which is pretty cool. Don't know whether you can see him there on the GoPro, probably not. But not a very good sample. I was expecting that though out of that first one, because that was where the reef twisted in the wall. Number 2 was out of the end, right at the end of the reef. Bit of clay in that one, so there could be a bit of gold that's shed out of the reef and ended up in that clay. Yeah, there's a bit in that one. It's very, very fine. But I mean, there's probably 50 microscopic pieces. Still not quite what we're chasing though. Number 3, which was up in the roof. Yeah, well, sample 3's definitely got more in it, but still nothing very substantial. I'll get my phone out and get a better video of it there. Can you see it? Because I nearly can't. It's very small. Oh well, all fun and games, eh? Another few samples ticked off the list, and shortly, before long, we're going to get onto something good, I'm telling you. I'm sure that leaves a lot of you wondering, after 45 minutes of video, why I do this. Why, for such little return, do I constantly go out and spend so much time hunting? Well, basically it's all about the information that I collect. Every little sample that I do, it teaches me something more. The promising samples, I keep the sulfides. The sulfides are kept separately, they're labelled, put into little containers. It's all recorded in a book, and basically I'm just collecting a heap of info. At this point in time, no, perhaps 4, 5, 6 grams to the ton isn't profitable for me, but who's to say that the gold price isn't going to be double what it is in a few years' time? Triple in 20 years' time. I mean, you just never know. And at that point in the future, all this little information of all these different reefs, there's, I think, 359 or something now, or maybe even 360 different reefs that I've taken samples from and collected information about. At some point in the future, that's going to be really valuable information for me. So for now, it's just looking for that free mill gold. It's keeping any of the concentrates, mineral sulfides and that sort of thing, and storing them safely for a later date when I can roast them and either smelt them or leach them out with cyanide or aqua regia, whatever I end up doing. But for now, yeah, that's what we're chasing, and every little bit of info helps. So I hope that sheds a bit of light on it for you guys. I know that my alluvial prospecting videos are a lot more popular on YouTube, but I don't really teach you that much on there, and you know, I wish that there was more videos out there similar to mine, just so that I could follow along and learn everything that they're learning at the same time, because it's all pretty precious information. Anyhow, thanks for tuning in, everyone. I really appreciate it. I hope that you guys enjoyed the video, and we'll catch you on the next one. Hopefully, on the next one, we'll have some more gold.